Welcome back, you amazing 243,000 people. I am always getting asked, because there's so many new subscribers, what I feed my dogs. I feed my dogs a raw diet, and I actually just got a delivery from a local farmer. All the cows are grass-fed, grass-finished. So I'm just gonna share with you guys what I got, and at the end, I'm gonna tell you how much it costs, because it's not cheap, unfortunately. But high quality food is never cheap, right? So let's get started. I got my staples. So I got ground beef. Everything is organic, grass-fed, grass-finished. And then, because I buy in bulk, I do get it a little bit cheaper. I get a deal on a bunch of these meats as well. So here I have a chuck roast. I have some short ribs, some more short ribs, some soup bones, flat iron steak, some more soup bones, short ribs, T-bone. We got a sirloin. Man, the dogs are eating good. T-bone, pork tenderloin. We got liver. This is beef liver, beef liver, beef liver. Flat iron steak. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole chickens. A lot of dogs do not do well on chicken, even if it's organic. For just some reason, they just tend to have an allergy to chicken. Bruce Wayne doesn't do the best on chicken. If I do give it to him, I give it to him sparingly. JJ so far has had no issues with chicken. Even eggs, guys, eggs are chicken. Well, if they're chicken eggs, not duck eggs. Bruce Wayne doesn't do well on those either. In this box, I have beef heart. I have green tripe, which I've never bought like an actual unprocessed green tripe, so I gotta figure out how to actually process that. Any raw feeders feed green tripe? How do I clean it? What do I do? Some more beef, more tripe. Ooh, nice, we got kidneys, beef tongue. Bruce loves tongue. It looks absolutely disgusting though. Sweetbreads, got more tripe in there. More tripe, more tripe, more tripe. Man, I got a lot of tripe, nice. And then all the ground beef, the rest of it. What we got in here? Oh, and then she also hooked me up with a bunch of raw bones, and they're all still frozen together. So I got to figure out how to rip these apart, and then I'm just gonna saran wrap them and freeze them. Okay, here they come. Oh man, the dogs are gonna love these. Oh crap. Throw these out in the yard, they're just gonna chew on them and enjoy them. Man, this is quite the haul. Look at this. JJ and Bruce Wayne are gonna go to town on this thing. Woo, I'm pumped. I am pumped. Total cost. You guys probably wanna know how much this cost me, right? So this cost us a total of $505. Yes, $505. It's not cheap, but I love my dogs and they are thriving on a raw diet. Because Bruce told them to.
Like we were gone for 2 hours and he's just like so chilled out now.
Yeah, because Bruce barked at him because Bruce didn't want to play with him, so Bruce barked at him in his face and then he laid down. Yep, he's understanding. Now, don't get me wrong, he may still try to play.
Yeah, he wants to so bad, you can tell.
He's being a good boy right now because we were gone 2.5 hours or 3.
At least 2.5.
And he's just let him out of his crate. He came out crazy.
Bruce's eyes are rolling in the back of his head.
Went into the bathroom. Ran at Bruce. Bruce barked at him and then he chilled. Good boy, Justice. Piece of kidney. Dogs don't avoid their organ meats.
Love their organs.
Kidney?
Kidney? And kidney for you. Good boys. Good boys.
We're working with the dogs at an early age with him. Everyone's always asking, aren't you afraid of like fights over food?
Yeah.
Fights together.
Right.
I'm not saying these two are never gonna fight.
Right.
I'm a realist.
Right.
I'm not afraid they're gonna kill each other though, by any means. I'm not afraid that I won't be able to just say the word and they stop.
Right.
Because I train Bruce, like you see me get him to level 10 where it's like, holy crap, it's on that verge of him just being too aggressive playing, to me, boom, shutting him off. So we're just working with them and their food to make sure there's no like food aggression between the two.
Started it early. We're like, they literally did it on their own with sharing food with each other.
Yeah,
like
but we're also like make
and
sure that Bruce at first,
yeah,
we separated them. Like no, Justice, you can't get on Bruce's ish when he's trying to eat. You know, so it didn't just happen naturally.
So now Justice wants more food. I'm cutting up this nice organic sirloin we got.
They're both hungry. You can see how skinny Bruce.
Piece of sirloin?
Look at his waist. Ooh, it's so like, it's wicked tiny from.
I feel like I'm gonna have to put this on the plate for them to share.
We can see if they'll share it.
Because Justice didn't. Bruce pretty much ate all of Justice's plate.
Yes. Justice doesn't like his raw mix, and Bruce typically doesn't either, but because he's starving. He starved himself for 5 days. He's just really hungry and he'll eat anything. Justice ain't into his raw mix too much anymore. So we're gonna see how this goes. They want to eat off the same plate, and there's no jealousy signs, anger signs. As long as Bruce ain't getting all tense about it, we'll let it happen. So what do you got on here? I want to tell everyone what we got here. We got, that looks like kidney.
We got a little kidney. We've got some liver. Sirloin. And then I'll probably do some turkey on there too.
Some ground turkey?
Yep.
So the ground turkey isn't from the farmer, that's from the grocery store. She's out of pretty much all poultry other than chicken. Right. And Bruce doesn't do well on chicken, so we have to, you know, get him some ground turkey for now. Which he's not a big fan of either, but he does fine on it for the most part.
We should put some bone powder on here too, Jay, for Bruce.
Because there's no bone on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, here, I'll grab it to you. So if Bruce doesn't eat bone, we just substitute some bone meal powder.
Do you want me to just see if Bruce will eat it first and let Justice outside?
Yeah.
Good boy. You still hungry, Pigs? And then whatever Bruce doesn't eat, we'll offer to Justice.
Which he'll probably eat. And should we, if Bruce eats it all, should you make Justice a plate?
Yeah. Bruce, okay.
And you'll notice Bruce went right for the organ first. Dogs typically don't avoid their organ meat. If Bruce doesn't eat, but he eats just a little bit on his plate, it's always the organ meat.
He'll eat like the liver and
kidney.
Yeah.
So we feed Bruce basically a prey model diet. He doesn't like veggies. I'm not against veggies. Dogs don't need copious amounts. They need a very small amount. So if I do want to give him veggies, he will eat asparagus, but I need to like put some organic grass-fed butter in the asparagus, or he won't touch it. He won't touch fruit, he won't touch vegetables unless there's some butter on it. So I also feed him blueberries. I'll put a little bit of butter on it.
Dude, he's making up for not eating for the time he didn't eat.
Yes.
He's eating like a king now.
So how much was that plus Justice's plate?
Well, that was 1.75. And then Justice's plate was probably close to a pound because Justice barely touched it.
He didn't want the bone powder. Sometimes he'll eat it, sometimes he won't. Push it all off, like literally push it off in a nice neat pile.
I'm so hungry right now.
And as usual, what do?
Feed the dogs first.
We put the dogs before us, always.
So it's like, I'm going to eat right when we get home from the gym. And then the dogs are in the kitchen like, Lisa, give me food.
And they're all like polite about it.
They're way get polite. So it's like, shoot, all right, I'm feeding you two first.
No, yeah, we could just wait, but with Bruce will stay polite. But the issue is with the puppy, he's acting polite.
Yeah.
So I want to reward that polite behavior, if that makes sense to you guys. I don't want to like wait till he gets like insane and starts crying and then have to feed him just because it was feeding time. So we rather feed him while he's being behaved.
Plus he's growing so fast.
He's growing so fast, but so that behavior stays with him because for the first 3 weeks he would sit down, but he'd be like, wah, wah, wah,
oh my god, he was so loud.
like that, and like he'd be seated, but he'd keep hopping up like this. So he was just so impatient. And now that's how he sounded.
It was.
And now how he like basically worked with him on patience.
Yes.
He's more chill, so we just
want to respect that.
We got to respect that and reward it. We can't expect too much from him. And the dogs are playing now. Go. First set. Stay. Just doing some drills with Bruce. Trying to get a little bit of energy out of him. And JJ is sleeping right now. Post breakfast. Bruce, go get your ball. Go get it. Good boy. First set. Good set. Very well behaved. And just remember, guys, he's still, affected by a dog and heat, a coyote and heat around here. Excuse the wind noise, I apologize for it. So this is pretty impressive that he's still this obedient off leash. It's a warm day out today, guys. It's only like 15 degrees. Finally warming up here. Bruce, drop. Good boy. Let's go. Good boy. Get it. Good boy. Come on, let's go. Bruce, drop. Good boy. That's what I like to see. Get it. Let's go. Drop. Bruce Wayne, stay. Bruce Wayne, let's go. Good boy. Okay, go get it. Just making sure he's tuned up and paying attention. Bruce Wayne, let's go. Right here. Bruce, stay. Bruce, drop. Good boy. Stay. Let's go. Come on. Now I'm just gonna get his rope toy, his flirt pole, play with him for a minute with that. I have to be careful because make sure there's no icy patches around. I mean, you can see where we had a snowbank is now just a giant pile of ice. So you want to go get it? Come on, go get your rope toy in here. Go grab it. Okay, you can go grab it. He absolutely loves this thing. Get it. Bruce, let's go. Bruce Wayne, let's go. Bruce, drop. Leave it. Stay. Get it. Bruce, stay. Leave it. Leave it. Get it. Bruce, stay. Good, stay. Leave it. Leave it. Sit. Sit. Get it. Good boy. Bruce Wayne, heel. Good heel. Good heel. Get it. Good boy. Bruce Wayne, let's go. Good boy. Bruce, get it. Get it. Drop. Leave it. Get it. Good boy. Good boy. Let's go. Stay. Get it. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Okay. Back. Let's go in. Good boy. Let's go, come on. Gotta put it back now, dude. You gotta put it back. Good boy. I have a video on how I made this flirt pole. Highly recommend it. Check it out. These things are great. I'm a He-Man nerd. Grew up with He-Man. Love the He-Man toys. I collect all the He-Man stuff. Fun fact. So now that we're back from playing outside, this dude seems exhausted. I need to set up his new crate. He's too long for his crate now, and he likes to stretch out. His new crate's actually gonna be Bruce's old crate, like Bruce's full-size crate. With Bruce, we went from Winston, our previous dog's crate, to the full-size crate. So have to make room in my office for this dude's gigantic crate, which sucks because it takes up so much space. I love you too, bro. Love you a lot too. I'm not gonna lick you though. So hi to your friends. Say to your friends on YouTube. You're tired, aren't you, buddy? Hey, bro, did you have fun? Bruce has beautiful eyes. I hope Justice's eyes are half as pretty as his. Come here, buddy. Come here, Bruce Wayne. Show everybody your pretty eyes. Come here. Good boy, Bruce. Stay. Look at those eyes in the sun. Look over here. Yeah, pretty eyes. I was just telling Kara, and I just posted on my Instagram story, I wish there was a off button for 30 minutes, just as outside, because Bruce just keeps following me everywhere.
I am now too, because he always tells me what to do.
I do. I just...
Well, actually, I ask him, I'm like, Jay, what do I do?
No matter what, you always look better than me, though.
Or I'm wrapped in a blanket.
You always
That's
look better
not
than
true.
me. Yes, it's true.
This guy always looks better than both of us. That is truth. That is truth.
He's definitely not 100 yet.
But way better.
But way better, because he was like psychotic.
Psychotic coming home from daycare. I wasn't expecting him to kind of have this turnaround that he had. But I'm very thankful for it.
Eating his raw. Justice is eating his raw. So basically, as we were talking about earlier in the video, we go off like basically a prey model diet, like Franken-prey, like we just piece stuff together. And for all the new subs, not sure how we feed Bruce, we do have a raw feeding course, which I can't just, I get a lot of DMs on like, hey.
It's not a quick thing to explain.
It's not a quick thing to explain, and I don't like just answering people on DMs if they're feeding their dog correct or not. Because every dog's different. Every dog has different needs. Just like she has different needs than me, I have different needs than you. But the gist of it is 80, 10, 10. 80% being lean muscle meat, 10% being bone, or we substitute bone powder. He hasn't been liking bone much lately, so we've been substituting bone powder. And then 10% organ, and out of that 10%, 5%'s liver. And obviously we're not perfect with it. Some meals he may not get any liver or any kidney. Kidney, liver, and now pancreas are basically the only organs we've been able to find. But liver is a must. It has so many nutrients in it. I wish I could get, I've tried liver. If you guys know how to cook liver where it's not like making it unhealthy, I can't really have any fats, like any type of oils in my diet other than like olive oil goes over well with me, coconut oil, but like seed oils. Let me know how to cook it so it won't taste so bad. It's not even the taste. It tastes decent.
Yeah.
It's the texture, just like, well, the texture is just like rough to get past.
That'll ruin it if you can't do the texture.
Yeah. So that's how we feed Bruce. Justice was on a raw diet as well and still is on a raw diet. But to make things easy, he's outside barking to come in. To make things easy.
Hey, Bruce. Bruce Wayne, let's go. Come with me. Let's let him in.
To make things easy, we were for probably we've had him for 6 weeks now, Boo? Yeah. We've had him for 6 weeks. And for the first 5, we were feeding him off pre-made raw. So it's just like a ground mix of...
Snow nose. Come on,
Snow nose, bro.
Snow nose.
Snow nose. Snow nose. Kisses. Kisses for Bruce. Kisses for Uncle Bruce. He's like, oh, I don't want. And now he...
Come here, Snow nose. It's gone.
But now he's basically snubbing for the most part. Hey, buddy. You miss me? You missed me, didn't you?
Look at Bruce. On the lap.
We got all the dogs.
Lap dog.
So I'm not a huge fan of the pre-made because you really truly don't know what's going in there.
Right.
And it's not the quality of it. It's human grade, but it's still not like the quality we get from the farmer. The farmer, unprocessed, completely fresh, organic, grass-fed, and a lot of vets don't like raw. They say, it's not good for dogs, which I can't disagree more. If your vet says it's not healthy for the dog, they're probably just not that educated on nutrition for a dog. Just like she's a dietitian and you see a lot of doctors prescribing nutrition plans for patients and they take 1-2 classes in med school on nutrition and they don't really know a whole lot about it.
Aww.
Your vet is going to be... Oh, hey buddy.
Aww. Here, let me get that.
So your vet's going to basically be the same way. Some do continue education on pet nutrition, which is amazing. Check out Dr. Karen Becker. She's a veterinarian. She's big on raw. But raw is one of the healthiest things you can eat. And one of the issues with when I feed him ground turkey or he's on a pre-mixed raw, when you process that food, you're grinding it down. There's way more chance for contamination versus feeding your dog a whole steak that's not ran through a grinder. Who knows how they're cleaning it, things like that. So I definitely prefer, as much as I can, getting my food from the farmer. But I mean, even if you're doing pre-made, raw, a mix, it's going to be way healthier than kibble. It's how it is. It's just going to be healthier. And as far as your dog getting sick or salmonella, that's not really going to happen. It's really hard for a dog to get salmonella.
Their digestion isn't the same as humans.
Their digestion is so different. The only thing I won't feed Bruce Wayne raw is salmon. I may feed it raw, but I just make sure I freeze it in a deep freezer for a couple weeks. And any wild game, like if a hunter gives me venison, for example, always make sure you freeze that for at least 2 weeks to kill any parasites in there. You don't want your dog getting a parasite. But other than that, you just be smart about it. You know, be smart about your own safety with raw, as in clean up the ground that they're eating on very well. If they're stepping on the ground where they may have dropped food, clean their paws, wipe their face. Don't let them kiss you for at least an hour after. Make sure the counter's clean. That's the other thing. We go through so many paper towels and napkins because we're constantly washing our hands while we're prepping the dog's food.
You have to, because you can't like have your hands in meat.
And we're not trying to contaminate.
Open a cupboard, you know.
Open a cupboard or contaminate other meat. So, you know, this dude's a cuddler. That dude's a cuddler. Cuddle session. So
they love this carpet in here.
They do. It's like a shag carpet.
Yeah,
I love it too. It's nice. That's basically how we're feeding Justice right now. Bruce eats 2 to 3% his body weight because he's an adult. Growing, he was eating up to 7 pounds a day. Then he went to about 5.5. Now he's eating around 4.5 to 5 on average a day. We feed him twice a day. Justice now, we went from 4 meals a day to 3. And we're feeding him like 6 to 10% his current body weight. He's a puppy.
And we tell him why we decreased the meals.
For ease.
Well, that and the fact that he kind of wasn't eating that 4th meal anymore.
Yeah.
He wanted to eat larger portions in less sittings.
Yes.
He was kind of very intuitive. Dogs are with their eating. They're not like humans.
And both of these dogs are very, like she said, very intuitive how they eat. Some Corsos aren't, but my Akita was too. You know, he would never overstuff themselves. Bruce never did. Some days Bruce will just maybe not even eat breakfast or dinner. He'll skip a meal. And Justice is seeming to be the same way. If he's not hungry, he's not going to eat. So some dogs you can't do that with, like hound dogs, labs.
Some bulldogs.
What's that?
Some bulldogs.
Ours
wasn't that way.
Ours wasn't that way, but they would just gorge themselves. The hound dog I used to have growing up, he would you could give him 2 pounds of food and it would be gone in 1 minute. And he would just gorge himself if you let him. So we're lucky that these guys are pretty mindful on how they eat. His paws are getting big. I have a big hand.
Yeah,
Want to show him the comparison?
Hang on.
I have a pretty big hand. Oh, you show me both paws. Thanks, bro. Yeah.
Hold my paws.
And one here. Let's see. There's this. There's 2 paws. And
probably better show his paw in my hand, my tiny little hand.
Yeah. And we'll do Bruce's paw. Well, I'm just hitting the head.
Okay, his paw is almost the size of my hand.
Yes. I'll grab Bruce's front paw.
And Bruce's front paw. Well, it's over here, but you see how big Bruce's paw is? It's friggin' massive.
Put it in your paw. Pull the back one. That front back.
Bruce, I need this paw. That is a big paw. That is a big paw.
Can I have it? And there's my hand in his paw. He's got a very big paw. Bro, chill. Chill. And I like how he's not getting jealous anymore. Their relationship, this is insane. He's so relaxed. Now,
yeah.
week 1 and probably through the first 3 weeks, if Bruce saw us like loving up on him or cuddling with him, he'd come in, give us a salty look, and just walk out.
He was wicked salty.
So they've been bonding though, which is amazing, seeing their relationship come together. I have a bone in the fridge. I'm gonna give him and put him outside with it. Justice.
Okay. Good idea.
Yeah, Justice. Keep him in here, okay?
In the fridge?
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, keep Bruce here.
Bruce, stay.
Because it's too small for him. He could.
Oh, I saw it. It's on the bottom.
Yeah. Justice, let's go, buddy. I'm gonna show you this
Bruce,
bone
stay.
I've been giving him. Justice, let's go. Good
Good
boy.
stay, Bruce Wayne.
Justice, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Bruce Wayne, stay.
Justice, let's go. Good boy, Justice. It gets confusing trying to order 2 dogs around. You want a treat? You want something fun? All right, let me see here. This is where we keep the dog's food. We have this with some drinks in it, but the reason why we keep it in the bottom is in case something leaks. We don't want it leaking all the way down. And yes, we do end up with blood down here sometimes, so let me find it. We got some coconut milk for Justice. And here's that bone. There we go. We got here. Oh yeah, it's fun, huh? Let's go! Justice, let's go! I'm bringing our coffees in.
Give him lots of love when you come in. Because he was such
Good
a good
boy,
boy. He was
Bruce
super
Wayne.
curious. Okay, you can love your dad.
Good boy, Bruce Wayne.
Who's this? Who's?
Mine doesn't have ice in it.
He kept going like this.
Like, what's going on out there? So, let's see if hopefully he likes his bone. I feel like he's been teething hard. He chews way more than Bruce
Didn't
did.
chew like that as a puppy.
He goes, like, he's very respectful and chews his toys and his goat horn, but he goes hard at it for like hours at a time. Like literally an hour at a time. For the first 45 minutes of gym, just gnawing on that thing. So I feel like he's teething pretty hard. I'm gonna actually, maybe you can help me out, little easy video later. These guys said they want like a little like update in Justice's growth and weights.
Okay.
And we have it like fairly documented.
Yeah.
So we can share that, but just know your dog ain't gonna grow the same rate as Bruce. Your dog's not gonna grow the same rate as Justice.
Right.
Your dog could be growing slower than Bruce at X amount of time and end up bigger than Bruce.
Correct.
You know, you don't want to add too much weight to your dog.
Yeah, you shouldn't be trying to like, oh, let me feed my dog more and more because I want them to grow.
It's just gonna make
really
him fat. It's
Yeah,
gonna make
that's
him
not
fat.
the right approach.
And this dude's just a big mush.
Mush globs.
Cheers to a successful weekend. Busy week.
Heck yeah.
And you got another busy week ahead.
Yep.
So basically, to let you guys into our life a little bit, if you guys watched yesterday's video, you saw Kara like in some bathing suits, bikinis in here doing like a live YouTube video.
Yeah, some of you stopped by to say hello.
Yes, some of you guys came in
I
and
love
said hi. Kara's,
Some of you shop Buff Bunny.
yes, and if you shop Buff Bunny, use code Kara at checkout. Kara's a athlete for Buff Bunny Collection, which is what kind of brand would you say it is?
It's an athletic. It's mostly athletic wear, but there's lifestyle pieces and then swim launches once a year.
Yep. So last week we had to do a photo shoot, and then we had to shoot a review video, and then that was 4 days worth of work, a ton. And then we do a live video leading up to the launch.
Right.
And then we give away a ton of money, like our own money.
Anyone that uses support code Kara, I have people send me over screenshots, so I answer everyone's DMs.
Yes, so you get thousands of DMs.
That's my job today, is answering DMs.
So she literally has, and basically we're giving away $1,500 this month.
Actually, more than that, we gave away $250 during the live
during the
launch
live launch party. We give away gift cards, and then we've given away like over 3,000 before. So we're giving away $1,500 to everyone that shops to kind of give back to her audience. You know, it's both our channels. This channel's her channel.
Yes.
Her channel's my channel. She's the face of the other one. I'm the face of this one, obviously. So we try to give back as much as we can. So, you know, it's just nice to be able to, people use the code to support us. So we take a giant chunk of what we make and give it back to you guys.
And then money from it to give, like, we bought like lighting and we like try to always like buy stuff to improve.
Yeah, always trying to improve our stuff. You know, there's some, I appreciate it, but these comments drive me nuts.
What?
Because you know how anal I am and like how I hate posting vlogs like this that are just not super cinematic.
Yeah.
So then people see
this
like,
is more my style video.
so people see like a video like that's edited well, like, oh, you're improving on your editing. It's like,
oh yeah, that ticks them off.
it's like, yeah, no, you have no clue the level of editing I can do. And if you go look at some of her stuff that I spend hours editing, it's professional level. So
in particular, the Buff Bunny collection reviews, I think, showcase it the most.
That or my B-roll edits.
Your B-roll edits.
So people are like, so people that are new and don't see that, they're like, oh, you're getting better. It's like, this is like nothing compared to like what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
But I have to like cut it off at some point because they want daily videos. I'm cool doing daily videos.
A raw vlog doesn't need to be all cinematic. It doesn't even.
But I want everything to be cinematic. I like love that look.
It's not necessary.
I know, but that's what I love. That's what I like grew up doing, you know. So that's always just drives me nuts. Just sharing. I appreciate the love.
So like if you had all the time in the world, you probably have like drone shots. You would have epic B-roll, like
everything would be looking.
Every video would like
crispy, and the audio would be crisp, and everything would just be like in frame and focus, and like have that like that depth look to it, where it just looks so cinematic. But we can't do that if we're doing daily. It's just too much.
What?
So I'm actually going to close this out here. I just want to give you like a little insight on how we feed our dogs. I do have other raw videos up. It's hard for me to film Bruce Wayne eating. He doesn't usually eat on camera. It drives him nuts and he'll stop eating. But because he's been ravenous, because he fasts himself for 5 days, he's eating on camera right now. And look at these two. Don't you love these two? I sure do.
Couple good looking heads right there.
And all the new people here. Can you believe she didn't want a Cane Corso?
Oh, why you gotta bring that up?
They do nothing for her, she said.
That was 5 years ago.
Yep.
My mind has changed.
You saw a puppy at the Olympia.
That has changed it all. Did we ever tell that story on here? Maybe another video.
Yeah, we'll tell another video. How
that literally changed it all for us.
Convincing your wife to get a Cane Corso. That's a good video. Remember we did that?
That is, but I don't know that I mentioned that in that video. We'd have to watch it back.
Yeah, we should do another video like that. I like doing nice sit-down videos with you. They're fun. But yeah, stay tuned because the video next, after this one, like the next day. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, ring the ding-a-ling so you're notified when videos go up. We'll be on Justice's weights, how he's growing on like X day because I have it all documented. And yeah, everything I'm associated with down below. Want to hold this? I gotta show them the merch I got on.
Yep.
The #1 selling t-shirt in my merch store is this one. I love it. Corso.
Look at that.
And this is like one of my favorite pictures of Bruce.
Me too.
So we got this down there, a ton of other t-shirts. I have my ebook in the merch store as well. Then we have a bunch of online training courses with Fenrir, and they basically use the same philosophies how we train Bruce, how we're training Justice. And then there's courses for everyone. There's a puppy training course. There's a canine boot camp for obedience. There's a perfect heel course in 7 days. Crate training your dog in 7 days. There's something for everyone, every breed, every age. Your dog's never too old to be able to train them to have a better life. And be a better leader to your dog, because if you're not a good leader to your dog is stressed, your dog is hyper, your dog starts making decisions because you're not making decisions for your dog. They need to be looking at you for direction. So thanks for all of the support. Code Jason will get you 10% off all the Fenrir stuff. And until next time, Bruce Wayne, Justice outside, Kara Corey holding the camera, and Jason Corey. See you later. Peace! I can safely say he enjoyed it. He cleaned it off. Literally cleaned all the meat off it and chewed a giant chunk off it.